Yo, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Road King TV, and I'm back with my boy Mylow Miles for the follow-up interview. How you been doing, Mylow?
Hey, what's up, Jay? Big Jay. You already know, man. Glad to be here again. It's a pleasure.
Ab- Absolutely, man. It's been a blessing. So, how's life been treating you since we last spoke? You know, your
Man,
profession, everything.
yo, it's been really, really busy, super
Mhm.
busy. Like, I've had so much in the works as far as just music and then, family stuff and work. So I just been grinding like every single day, just gearing up. So, last time we spoke, the winning single had just dropped.
Yeah, that winning was kind of popping. It had just you know dropped, and you had it debuted on the radio a couple times. So I know that was a good
Yes, sir.
segment for you right there.
That was a good look. That was a good look for the drop. So we just actually shot the video
Yeah,
and released the video last week. So
yeah, I
finally
saw
got that
that.
out the way.
I saw that. Looks like a 1970s type of, you know, like a shaft. You know what I mean? Like it has some soul in there as well. So that was cool. What
Right,
inspired you to do that?
so it's just like, like a feel good vibe, you know what I'm saying? So it kind
Mhm.
of embodied what's going on with the track. Like the track got that feel good vibe. And then, the subliminal in the video is that like everybody got a chance to win. Like I don't know if you noticed, but every character kind of got a chance to win. So it's like,
Mhm.
we all winning. If
Yeah,
I'm winning, we all winning. So, you know,
yeah, that's what's
but
up. I
I was
noticed
really
that.
inspired by like Coming to America, Dave Chappelle, they've always pushed the boundaries like that with the different characters, Martin, Jamie
Uh,
Foxx, all of them, the greats.
oh, okay, for sure, for sure. Now I see. I mean, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, I definitely noticed. I checked that out. I seen the the actor side of you even more, even though we already seen that in the past with your docu series on YouTube. I just seen the more actor and you come out. You know what I'm saying? Like you flexing your acting skills, like you got your guild card or something. Yes, your SAC card.
Oh man, I just had to like that video really made me step so far outside of my comfort zone, like, and big ups to the team. The team that shot it really had a huge part to play with
Mm,
how that video turned out. Like from the initial meetings to get the treatment for the video to, the phone calls. We get on the phone calls, we picking locations, and then getting into the video, like the whole vibe was right. So shout out to the No Band World team because they really made that whole video come together.
okay, for sure. Because I was just gonna ask you that about the team. It looks like you got in with some different people who had like were able to kind of take it to that different level. Take you out of your comfort zone and help escort you through that process.
Definitely, definitely. They made it pretty much seamless, like, and it's all about energy. You and I talked about that
Mm,
already. Like, I believe energy is such an important thing in our everyday lives, like
yeah.
the different people you go around will have different energies, and the energy can either boost you or it could drain you. So, I try to choose the people that I work with pretty carefully, because that energy is something like, it's so malleable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I try not to mess with my energy. So I always try to work with people with good energy. But the No Band team, yeah, they got that good energy.
Yeah, that's what's up. It's always about that energy, that flow, man. Like if you ain't vibing, or if you ain't, you got bad energy, it kills the mood for everything. Sometimes you come into work with that good mood and you ready to, get cracking, and they just come with some nonsense, and it kind of just, throws that energy off. Same thing in the studio or anywhere else in life. Energy got to be everything. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't even realize like how their energy comes off sometimes too. Like even on the phone, you could be talking to somebody on the phone and you could feel their energy.
Hmm. Yeah. So, how was it though? stepping outside your comfort zone to accomplish, that video that you set out to do. How did that feel to step out and venture past something that you hadn't really tried with, which is the multiple characters? How did that play out?
So it was really, it felt really like kind of liberating in a sense.
Mm,
It's like, okay, I feel like if I've stepped this far outside the comfort zone and
mm,
I was able to accomplish this, like it's easier for me to keep going forward and pushing the
yeah,
boundaries and just seeing where it goes. So
yeah,
it's definitely a liberating feeling.
yeah, definitely, man. It gotta be like, just to move past and get past that fear. Like, man, I gotta feel good, like it has to.
Yeah,
So,
it felt like a weight came off my shoulders really when I dropped it. Like, because
mm,
I've been sitting on it for a few weeks now, um, just watching it over and over, making sure everything was right. And then like nerves kicking in as it gets closer to the date where I want to drop it, and it's just like, oh
mm,
man, really opening up to the world. Like the world has never really seen me in this light before. A lot of people I know haven't even seen me in that light before. So it's completely different for me.
yeah, it's like giving birth to a baby.
Yeah,
Being
yeah,
being a celebrity, you had that baby behind closed doors, and you hired this team to take the shoots and everything, and then you drop the photos on your website, so you make sure that you're able to control the narrative and get all the money. That's cool. That's
hmm
what's up. That's where it's supposed to be done right there. So, any signs of new projects coming out? As far as musically.
definitely. We're actually we were actually scheduled to drop an EP yesterday on the 30th.
Mm,
Uh, just the whole rush of getting everything ready, getting the video ready, working on the video treatment and all that. Like
mm,
we didn't want to rush the project, so we kind of pushed it back a little bit for a couple weeks. So right now we're looking at April 15th for the release date, like tax day. The old tax day is not tax day this year because of COVID, but you know, so it's like a tax day gift. Here you go. So it's a 5-track EP dropping
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, the title is Many Moods of Mylow.
Yeah. So, I mean, is that the tax day? Like April 15th? I don't know. I used to always pay my shit early. Like, I'd be first soon on W2s come. I'll be hurry up, go to H&R Block. I
Right,
just paid
right.
my taxes
Yeah,
today. Actually, we owed, so I took care of that.
gotta pay your taxes. Uncle Sam will find you.
Man,
But
bro.
yeah, April 15th is usually the last day you can file your taxes
Oh, okay.
before
Yeah,
you get penalties and whatever.
yeah, for sure. That's what's up. But yeah, man. So, any collaborations that we should be looking out for? I know last time we spoke about some collaborations with certain artists, and I don't know if any of that's come to pass, or if you have any other collaborations in mind, or that you were able to land.
Always open for collaborations. I'm trying to work with a few artists here in Atlanta. Um, Booney is one of the artists. Like he's popping off here in Atlanta. Super dope flow. Um, James Hooper, of course, that's the homie.
Mm,
I got him
yeah,
on the project, so he's on the EP, and
yeah,
then he's dropping a project for himself, and then we're coming together and we're dropping another track for the summer. So a lot of things lined up.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
hmm
So,
hmm
so I know you currently reside in the Atlanta area. You know what I'm saying? I know you from the boogie down Bronx. By way of Jam Rock. You feel me? But so
No doubt.
so I wanted to I'm an activist. You know what I mean? Like in one of the many one of the things I do professionally, and uh, I'm an activist. So I wanted to ask you about the uh, the restrictive bill that the Georgia State Senate passed
hmm
to further suppress the voices of the people of color in Georgia. I wanted to get your opinion on that and see how you felt about that as a resident of Georgia. You know.
Yeah, so I've lived here for a while, and
Mm,
the difference between Georgia and New York is in terms of like politics and how, because Georgia is a traditionally red state, and then New York
mm,
is traditionally blue.
yeah,
So coming down here, there's some things that I saw where I'm like, oh, word, like, that's going on still, but it seemed like normal to a lot of folks. So
mm,
within the last, I'd say 5 years or so, 5, 10 years or so, I could see like, a lot of changes going on. So I kind of saw Georgia flipping the blue before they flipped the blue.
yeah.
Um,
Plus, with
and
Stacey
now,
Abrams doing her registration campaigns for the last 4 years,
right,
that was
right. I
a
mean,
big boost.
there were a lot of folks in our community that were campaigning and encouraging people to vote. So the message,
Mm,
I feel like that's one of the most important things that happened with this past election. Is that the message really got out there in every single corner, and
yeah,
people really got out and voted. People used the options that they had to vote, even with
yeah,
COVID. So now with this new bill that they passed, I feel like they saw a way to prevent the tremendous turnout in the next election.
yeah,
So they tried to plug that gap, and I feel like it's exploitatory of the law, and I feel like a lot of the big companies here in Atlanta are just sitting quietly, not saying anything,
yeah. They're
and
definitely complicit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Home Depot, Delta, all them. So
Coca-Cola, like,
Coca-Cola.
we
So
we
we
got
won't
we
be
got
doing no business with them.
world recognized brands here, and it's happening right here in our soil, and nothing, like radio silence from all of them. That's
Yes,
eye-opening for me.
especially when you think of all the people of color, that work for those companies, and the fact that they would, stand by, sit silent, and allow it to happen. And even when you think of Delta, which is, one of the companies that have a ton of, people from diverse backgrounds that work for them, and they issued a statement in solidarity of the bill. So that was kind of like, that's crazy to definitely to see that. It's like like how
It's
does
like a
that work?
slap in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. And a lot of people don't even recognize, like, Atlanta's workforce, like
mm,
their core workforce is predominantly like minorities. Their
mm,
core workforce, like you go anywhere and like you see majority of the workers are minorities. And to see these companies like you said, endorsing these bills and these measures that are counterproductive to, the elevation of these minorities, like
yeah. It's
I
just
feel
like
like it's just sad to see that going on nowadays.
yeah. It's like clearly they know they can't win fairly, so they go and pass these type of bills, which takes away all the drop boxes from the neighborhoods of minorities. They basically make people,
Restricted like the mail-in votes.
yeah, take away the absentee ballot for no reason. Just all this different stuff. Have people basically stand out in the blistering sun. If you give water or food, that's a crime now. Just like
Right.
it's just ridiculous. But at the same time, it's up
And
to the residents of Georgia to vote those Senate people out. They have to
right,
vote them out, and they got
right.
to vote that governor out too. Can't let it go unchecked. You know.
So what they're banking on with all that is that, their plot or their idea for incorporating these things is that there'll be longer lines.
Mm,
It's going to be more discouraging to people who don't have the flexibility to stand in a longer line because they got to get back to that job that they're working
yeah.
for this Fortune 500 company who's endorsing that bill. So you see how it
Mm,
all plays, like it all ties together, and
yeah.
it's just it's I feel like the cards are being stacked against us, but we can't let that deter us from taking action and letting our voices be heard.
Yeah, definitely. You got to get out there and beat the concrete and find a way to get it done. You know,
Hmm.
because clearly they're not going to make it easy, but that speaks more toward what we were talking about before, and that's the false narrative that the votes don't matter. If your vote didn't matter, you wouldn't have seen Georgia flip, you wouldn't have seen Wisconsin flip, you wouldn't have seen Arizona flip, and you wouldn't see all these people doing these illegal measures to try to legally suppress the votes. They wouldn't care if your vote didn't matter. So that's why we
Facts.
all got to get out there and vote. We got to exercise our minds, and we got to think critically. We can't just always take the easy way out and be like, oh, it doesn't matter. You got to critically think and get things done. Find a way.
Big
But yeah, I
time.
appreciate you. I appreciate you talking with me about that. For sure. I mean, and I was
Oh,
thinking,
no
I was like,
doubt.
my boy from Georgia. I gotta ask that question and see what the temperature is. With the
Yeah,
people on the
man.
ground.
We hot. We hot. People are hot about it. Like
Mm.
it's a hot subject. Like it is so it's so blatant too.
Blatant, yeah.
They weren't even subtle about it. That's the crazy part. They weren't subtle about it. They had this
Mm-hmm.
private meeting where he signed it into
Law.
law,
Yep.
and there were no representatives of any minority race in the room at the time. They
Mm-hmm.
actually arrested I
Yeah,
believe
because she
she was a
wants to.
congresswoman because
Yeah,
she was knocking
Congresswoman.
on the door.
Because
Yeah,
she
she
wanted
was
to go
knocking on
on.
the door.
Yeah, she went to watch him sign it, and yeah, they locked her up for no reason. It's kind of crazy. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's a whole nother fight in itself. But it's a fight that needs to be fought. So we gotta stay on top of that and hold these corporations accountable. Because once you take away that dollar, then you start seeing action. You know, uh,
exactly.
the
Hitting
black
where it
dollar
hurts.
is the most powerful dollar in the world. The the culture is the most influential culture in the world as well. So when we move as a unit, they tend to react to those type of movements. So definitely, we gotta support the people of Georgia and get this law off the books. But
Big time fact.
another thing, man, I want to talk to you about is today is the 1 year anniversary of or sorry 2 year anniversary of Nip's death, since Nip was passed on to paradise.
Yep.
Any thoughts on Nip and the state of hip hop?
It's crazy. I've been reflecting on Nip all day today.
Mm,
Um, we definitely lost uh, an incredible voice, an incredible force in
yeah,
in your local communities there in California, but his impact was worldwide, you
yeah,
know. And I sat down today and I watched like three of his interviews back to back, and the gems that he dropped, he was definitely a leader, a visionary, and a revolutionary all in one.
yeah,
And I feel like that's so rare. Y- I don't know if we'll see something like that in hip hop again for a while. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure, definitely for sure. That's it goes to talk about the life experience that he led, especially as a person who wasn't that seasoned. He was you know a young man who experienced a lot growing up in these streets, and that along with the studying that he did, made him a very well spoken individual who was able to see things from multiple perspectives. And that's why it's
Hmm.
always good to get that that street knowledge as well as that book smarts. They they serve each other. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people
Definitely.
don't realize that we have to see things from different perspectives, different angles, and different walks of life. You know,
Totally agree with that. That goes with something I was talking about just the other day. Like, so like you said, you got to get that street knowledge, but you also get the book knowledge. And then I feel like a lot of people, like people focus on one aspect of their life. Like, I want to
mm,
go to the gym, I want to get buff. So you focus on the physical.
yeah,
And then you got some people who only focus on the mental, they don't focus on the physical. And
Yeah.
then some people who only focus on the spiritual, they don't focus on the mental or the physical. So,
Mhm.
but I feel like if you focus on all three, you become more of a well-rounded individual. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, definitely for sure. You gotta have that roundness, man. You gotta. That's like having all arms with no legs. You can be top heavy,
Hmm.
get pushed over, but
Facts. Exactly.
chicken
Like,
legs. You gotta
yeah,
be well rounded for sure, man.
yeah,
That's
that's exactly like you gotta have that balance, you know?
mm, for sure. So, what do you think about the whole uh Spotify thing, man? Like, don't get me wrong, like it's cool because Spotify gives artists a chance to monetize and start getting that bread in, but you have to have so many streams before you could actually bring in any type of money, which is going to really affect your life. How do you feel
Right.
about that? They're getting all these billions of dollars in ad revenue and stuff like that, and you know what do you think?
Giving the artist jump change.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a touchy subject right there because without Spotify, like, we can't spread our music to different places in the world. So, it's a
mm,
double-edged sword. We got to take the good with the bad. Um, and the way Spotify has changed the whole music industry and how people consume music.
yeah,
That in itself, you can't fight that beast. So you got to find ways, creative ways of like, you know, making money elsewhere as an artist. Like you can't
yeah,
rely solely on your streams. And like for me, the numbers don't really matter for me. Impact is really what matters more for me than numbers. Like, if one person could say, "Yo, I listened to your joint, and man, it changed my perspective on this whole day." Like that alone makes my day. You know what I'm saying? Like having 10,000 plays or whatever. I mean, that's cool, but that's not why I do it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah, yeah. Definitely, like the impact. You got to have the impact, and you build that following. But as an artist, you definitely have to travel and tour and get that merch off the ground. You gotta,
yep,
just like the old school, you gotta have different ways of, like you said, making that revenue. And then
yep.
Spotify is kind of like an extra revenue and also helps you build your following. So yeah, there is positives and negatives to it, but I foresee that in the future there'll probably be a better way to revenue share in that market, that venue, that arena, where it can be based off of like your streams and kind of put everybody into like a different or different artists into like a different brackets on how much your return is on the revenue and stuff like that. I think that
Hmm.
would be like a
Like
more feasible type of structure.
different tiers, different pay levels for different tiers.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I think that'd be dope because then more artists could benefit from
Mhm.
from what Spotify has to offer. And it's
Yeah.
crazy the numbers, like they said 50,000 songs get uploaded every single day.
Oh wow.
Like
I
that's crazy.
yeah. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that statistic.
Yeah,
50K.
that's
Shit.
that's crazy. So, if you get your song popping for a month, you're doing great.
Yeah, definitely. Because you got a big old field of competition. So yeah,
Huge field, huge
I
field.
don't know what they be doing. Sometimes, man, I'll be listening to my music and then I start hearing some shit. I'll be like, man, what the hell is this? And I just have to keep pushing the. I got to keep pushing the. I don't want to hear it no more
Next.
button. The
Yep.
next, but I pushed the circle button just to block it. I don't even want to hear that shit no more. You know what I
I
mean?
got you.
I'm like,
Yeah,
bruh,
there hasn't been too many of those for me when I listen to Spotify, but yeah,
yeah.
it
That's why I
happens.
used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to Pandora primarily until Pandora. Like, it's pretty good, but the only thing is they just keep playing the same exact songs over and over. Like, I want some discovery, but not like just some off the wall stuff I
In the
don't listen
same
to.
pattern, yeah, same
Yeah,
sequence.
yeah. You
Yeah.
want something kind of close to it.
I had pivoted from Pandora for that very reason, is that I don't want to know, like, I don't want it to be the same playlist every single time I listen to, whatever. So I pivoted from them. And then I jumped on Spotify. I tested out Tidal for a little bit. Tidal's actually really, really good, but they don't have a free version. So I feel like that's their disadvantage. And then lately I've been messing with Apple Music.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never tried the title before. I got like Spotify Premium
Hmm.
and uh XM and a couple other ones, but yeah, primarily when I'm listening to just the music right now, it's Spotify Premium. I'm thinking about going back to Pandora, but they got some stuff that they need to fix. Then I might check them out, check them out again.
Right.
But yeah,
So
I
what's
mean it's
like the
excellent venue
what?
to
Oh,
level.
my bad.
Now you go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, what's the openness level of where you're at right now? Like, Atlanta's wide open. Like COVID don't even exist here.
Shit, I know they said the strip clubs was essential businesses out there.
Yo, they serious, man. It's. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Atlanta's wide open. Ain't nothing closed in
Yeah.
Atlanta right now.
So out here, I mean, it really California is so big. It just depends on what portion of California you're in. But all the different counties, the way they're doing it here is by county. So all the counties fall within a certain tier, and depending on what tier it is, depends on the level of openness, whether the restaurants are open or closed, whether the gyms are open or closed, stuff like that. So in a particular county that I live in, uh, just about everything's starting to open back up now because the cases are going down.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a positive for sure. But it just basically depends on what county you're in, and what and even some cities have their own regulations, because the cities are so huge out here. I think like LA has like 19 million people or something like. I can't be
Yeah,
19,
something
but it's
ridiculous.
some ridiculous number. So it just all depends on where you at. But
So everything's been closed down for the whole time until now. Like, it's just now starting to free up.
well, it was everything was closed down up until about what like January or February. No, up until about like January, and then when everybody start bitching and all the business owners start complaining, heavily, and they start putting pressure on the governor to open things back up, and then they start bringing the kids into it and school and all that stuff. So basically, out of the political pressure, he started to slowly open stuff, back up and allow things to be open. But like I said, it depends on where you live at. Certain things never close. Like in the particular county where I live at, it's a lot of conservatives, and so they just basically were being defiant and wouldn't shut down a lot of shit anyway. So it was kind of cool on that end. But me, I'm an essential worker, so I was out there, through it all. But a lot of people, they were really, secluded in that home and stuff like that. So it just basically
Yeah.
depends on where you at. But yeah, stuff is starting to open back up because the governor has so much political pressure. Now it's open up even more because the cases are starting to go down a little bit here.
Cool, cool. That's a good sign. I like to hear that.
Yeah,
Because I feel like keeping people locked up in lockdown for that long, like it could affect people psychologically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
people aren't meant to be in that state for that long.
yeah, yeah, man. Like that's where that what we talked about comes in. That man, like you gotta be able to be you gotta be diversified. You know what I'm saying? That's where,
True.
like, I seen a meme
True.
when it first happened where they were like, "What you said?" Like it was like a dude in the grocery store. And he's like, "What you mean? We going on lockdown? I ain't tripping. I've been through this before." And he has like a bag full of top ramen soups, sausages, and chips and shit like that. Yeah, what
He
you mean?
was
It's your first
ready.
lockdown? He's like, "It's your first lockdown?" Like, fine. You know what I mean?
He
You
was
gotta be able
ready.
to, yeah, be diversified, man. But I understand, like some people are just social butterflies. Like they have to be around other people in order to kind of cope and deal with life. But me personally, I could be without individuals and still be pretty good off.
I'm like that too, man. I know a lot of people, but I moved dolo quite a bit.
Mm,
Um, Mostly because my most of my core, they're not really close by, but
yeah.
um, I got no problem rolling dolo or being solo. Like, it is what it is.
Are you gonna be like the baby Dolo by myself?
Dolo by
Camp
myself.
Camp Cohort, me little nigga Dolo by myself. Camp Cohort,
Nah, nah, nah,
pick
nah,
up your
nah, nah,
pants. Pick up your
nah.
pants.
Nah,
I know you seen that
not
video
going
though.
that route. Yeah, yo, one thing I like his videos. I like his videos, man. He
Yeah,
trips me out. He trips me out. I like his videos though.
yeah. I tripped out on. You see that? I mean that one right there. That's from when him and the security guard beat up the dude, the rapper Camp Cohart in the Louis store. He
Yep,
got socked
I
out.
heard about that.
Yeah, dude woke up with his pants at his ankles. Thought he was in the level 4 somewhere. Dropped his
Yeah,
shit.
that's wild. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
wild.
man.
But a lot of that stuff be happening in Atlanta now too. Like Lenox Mall is like the premier mall in Atlanta. They be
Mm.
having shootouts and stuff down there. So now like there's a heavy police presence and stuff. But Atlanta's been wild. Atlanta's been really wild the last few weeks.
Is that right?
Um,
Oh, because like
yeah,
a lot of the shoot. But you know what it is, man? Like they got so many damn guns down there. Like
true.
there's so many fucking guns. And don't get me wrong, like I'm a gun supporter, but it's just too many fucking guns down there. And then like when the and then like when a person turned 18, they go and fucking buy AK-47. It's considered a hunting rifle. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
I
it's just
mean, they have gun shows. Like I've never been to a gun show till I moved out here. They got gun shows all the time, gun shops. You could just walk in, pick a gun, 30 minutes, you're out of there and you got a gun within 30
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, definitely. Like that's just crazy. Like you just fill out an application, they didn't even do a real background check. You just fill out an application and push. But that's why
Yeah.
it's so many shootings. And you know what the funny thing about it? One of the dudes I follow on IG called Supercharged Cam. He
Hmm.
always does his sketch comedy, and he always brings that up. How like he's from Atlanta and shit. Like talking about like how Atlanta niggas just be so mad for no reason, and like and like just about all of his skits, he be talking about like he'll get pissed off or something. He start push off. I'm gonna come air this motherfucker out. And he, oh my mama, he take a walker and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like man, that's
Yeah.
really how it is. Like it's just too many guns over there, bro. Like California, don't get me wrong, like it's guns in California, but like nowhere near like you can't come across them. You know what I mean? Like not that easy. It's a lot hard.
Okay.
Out there, like just and then also too because you have like certain states with the actual producers of the guns right there and like in the region, it makes it maybe
Yeah.
easier to get. That's why you start believing those cats from Chicago, where like you got like states like Ohio and all these other states just flooding Chicago with guns. Dropping off crates and cases and shit. It's like you gotta, it makes sense geographically. When you start seeing,
Mm-hmm. You think
stuff like
about
that.
it.
I mean, you just think if you had all those guns that you have like in Atlanta and California, well, imagine where we be. You know what I mean? Like it'd be bad. It'd be
That's
ugly.
true.
It'd
That
be
is true.
stupid. Okay.
Well, a lot of people are speculating that it's people from out of town who come to Atlanta to party and chill that are
Mm,
actually getting in a lot of trouble out here.
mm,
So, they're saying it's the outer towners that are making Atlanta look bad, but I don't really agree. I've been out
yeah.
here long enough. I've seen, the street, like streets talk. We've seen stuff like
Mm,
stuff happens in Atlanta all the time.
yeah, man.
I don't know if you know Bankroll Fresh. I don't know. You remember him a couple years
Yeah.
ago? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff goes down in Atlanta here, but
Yeah, I
we're not gonna
remember.
glorify that.
Yeah, I kind of remember that situation. it's been so many of them, so it's hard to keep up, especially if you don't really listen to the artist. But I think I kind of remember something like that situation. But yeah, it's been a lot of that stuff down there, man. And it's a lot of it over here too in LA. Like in LA is, it's so much of that shit. But at the end of the day, it's nonsense, man. Like you see like it's basically a game of the haves and the have-nots, and people don't seem to understand that. They seem to keep trying to take it out on the other poor people, but it's really the people that have it and the people that don't have it is who is really causing all the conflicts and strife. So I think we'll do better as a people when we finally figure that out and move with that understanding. You know.
Big time, big time. Because we're only affecting our community. Like we're taking away these young, great artists who have so much potential. To make to show the other side of what the negative looks like. But then they get caught up in the garbage, and then you know we lose another voice.
Yeah, definitely. It's like and it's crazy because it always happens to the prominent ones, the successful ones, and the ones who are actually trying to affect change. They're like the first ones to get took out or to become victims to the streets, and they're trying to help you know people do better. So
Hmm.
that's really like the saddest part. It's like some of these cats you know like doing all this extra stuff and they move around with so much security and stuff like that, and it's like how these cats who's actually like doing all this extra stuff is able to survive, and it's like the cat that's there trying to build back up the community and help people, give people opportunities is the one that's targeted. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's just crazy how that works.
That is the crazy part of the industry. But you know, we could all we could pray is that we can use our positive influences to change the narrative. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
that's my hope. Never want to see like the young talents go quick, go early. You know, I don't know if you saw that Biggie documentary. I got a story to tell. Like,
No, no, I haven't watched it. I remember a lot of people were talking about it, but I didn't take time to watch it because I kind of feel like I know a lot of this stuff. About big. I mean, I know it's a lot of things that you have to watch to get more insight and stuff. And I probably will. Like I'll check it out, but it wasn't one of the top priorities on my list. Like I wanted to check out that fucking Coming to America too, and then that shit was trash. And I was like, oh my god, like, like why in the fuck?
um,
Why did I waste 20 minutes of my life watching this before I fell asleep on it?
yo, oh man, I was really excited to see that. Like, Coming
Yeah,
to America one is such an impactful movie.
I think they
Coming
just
up.
tried too hard, but they made it like too animated, too just it was just too dumb, bro. Like they did way too
I
much.
I just feel like there was so much pressure on them to deliver something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if we're gonna do something, we gotta go overboard, and they went super overboard.
Yeah, they went crazy overboard, and that's my thing is like with all that talent that they had, they could have just kept it simple, and then they would have delivered like something that probably would have been well received. Instead, they just they went with a horrible screenwrite to begin with. Like that was just a dumbass storyline off the top. Like they could have just picked up where they left off at and had Eddie and what I mean old girl like going back to what I'm saying
New
they
York.
country and living life and as elder and have their kids and stuff and have how their kids kind of basically taking them back to how they found each other or something. They could have did something way better. It was just completely just dumb as hell. With all
It
that
was
talent, it's
yeah, it
kind of
was
like all that talent. It's like how do you lose that? It reminds me of my Dodgers. From some from some of the years
wow.
past where we had all these stacked. What I'm saying? We had these stacked teams and these crazy talent, and then they find a way to lose the game. It's like
Did
you
nothing.
know how'd you allow them to put up 9 runs in the bottom of the ninth inning? Like it's like dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But so some parts of it felt like a celebration of black excellence to me, just
Mm,
because there was so much talent in the movie.
yeah.
And then even like behind the scenes, like so Rick Ross's mansion was used for a lot of the shoot.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, for a lot of the shoot, it was his mansion. So
Mm,
he benefited from that. So, there's some aspects about the project that I feel good about. But like you
yeah.
said, the whole storyline and everything, man, that was bad. That was bad. Can't even
I,
front
I,
on that one. That was bad.
I, I knew it was gonna be hella dumb when they had the son stick his pee pee in the little thing, and then the grandma cut it off and ate it, and it was like it's a potato, and I'm like, hey, bro, like seriously, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
that's when I
I
just
ain't gonna
knew. I
front
was like,
though. I watched the whole thing. I committed to it. And I watched the whole thing. I did not fall asleep because I waited years for this movie. So I committed to it. But yeah, when I was done, I was just like, man, listen, I'm never watching that movie ever again.
bro, bro. What I did was I came home. I said, I got the big old TV. You know what I'm saying? Got me some food. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit down. I got the Prime, obviously. So, went to the Prime and okay, bam, okay, cool, no cuts. All right, what I mean? Sit down watching it. The song came on, everything. I'm like, okay, like it's decent. It's like we on. And then like from the gate, I was like, who gonna be the heir? Bastard son. Like it's just dumb as hell, bro. Like oh no. You know what I mean? But then I try to give it a chance, and about like I don't know after about like once the son was like getting frustrated because he, boy was talking crap to Eddie, and then he, I was like, that's all I remember. After that, I was asleep, and I think I was pissed off.
Lights out.
Yeah, I was pissed off too because I think it was might have been on the like on a Friday or something. Like I messed off my whole Friday night because
Damn.
you get older, you eat, you fall asleep, it's over.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Oh, wake up at like 6 in the morning, like damn, my whole night done so. Yeah,
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I be up late, man. I be up late, especially on Friday and Saturday. I be up late.
yeah, I do too normally until lately. But yeah, man. So that movie right there was I couldn't do it, man. I was like, it's horrible. But hey, was that filmed in Atlanta? Is that where Rick
Oh,
Ross's
the
mansion
video?
is? Or?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It wasn't so Rick Ross bought Evander Holyfield's old mansion.
Yeah.
Um yeah. So that was in Atlanta. It's a
Okay.
dope property, man. Hats
Yeah.
off to Rick Ross for holding it down with that property. That's dope right
Yeah.
there. That's really black excellence.
Hey, because I know Tyler Perry got like a full studio out there in Georgia, like crazy ass big studio.
Tyler
It's like
Perry got like 300 acres, bro.
yeah, it's
300.
crazy. It's like I believe it's like the second biggest motion picture studio there is, and that's saying a lot because being from LA, like I grew up like Paramount Studios, like Warner Brothers, like all those big old studios are right there. So that was kind
Hmm.
of crazy, but that's cool. That's a blessing for sure.
Definitely. That's inspirational right there. Like, to hear that man's story. I actually have one of his videos when he's talking about what it took for him to get where he is and just encouraging people. And I play that,
Mhm.
whenever I get in the dumps, I play that and that helps to pick me up. I got little things that I refer to that can help to change the mood.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's the sports looking like for you this year, man? Like, you know, what's the deal? Like, what's going on? I mean, I know you got like a lot of different, you got like a lot of different mixtures or whatever. So, who you going for? Football, basketball, baseball, like what is it? You already know for me, I'm all LA, so It's
LA
Dodgers,
everything
Lakers.
for you.
Yeah, Dodgers, Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Dodgers, Lakers, Niners, California Niners. You know, my Bruins,
Nice.
you know, looking nice right now. So, you know, we on with that. But
Yeah, I don't really follow baseball much. I'm
oh,
more so like basketball, soccer, football.
yes, I
Those
know
are
you're a
really
Laker.
yeah,
I
of
know you. I know
course,
you're a Laker.
of course.
Okay,
I, I hope we could bring it home again, but damn the Nets. The Nets look,
I ain't.
man.
I ain't worried about them. That shit gonna fall apart. Like it's hard to. It's hard to stack a team and win, bro. Like everybody can't do what the Warriors did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can do what the Heat did. Like you got to be able to, like, you got to be able to beat the Lakers in 7, not 1, not
True.
2,
7.
7. You know what I'm saying? A healthy
Yeah.
Lakers team. You know what I mean? But
I'm
I do
ho-
like
I'm
what
hoping Brown comes back with that ankle
yeah.
injury he got. I'm hoping
Oh,
he
he
comes
will.
back,
He
30.
will. We'll probably make it back. Like he'll probably make it into like the 7 or 8 seed or something like that, and just smack everybody out. Start from the top.
I'm
You know what I'm
hoping,
saying?
man. I'm really hoping. Really
Hey, but
hoping that's my
I
squad.
do like with Jeannie Buss. She was like I seen the article where it said like Jeannie Buss is looking at the Nets like, come on, you know what I'm saying? How they went and got a Drummond. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on, like whatever moves y'all do, like we matching, like
We got to
planning.
match it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we ain't going nowhere.
There was some crazy rumor that LeBron was trying to talk Steph Curry into coming
Mm,
to LA for
mm.
2022. That would be crazy, but I don't see Steph Curry leaving the Warriors at all ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see that because Steph Curry, although he is, you know, he's talented. He got a nice ass shot. Like that's about all he has. You know what I'm saying? And he has to have the ball in his hand in order to be successful. Same thing with LeBron. Like LeBron's kind of built like that too, but not so much because LeBron's gotten way better. He's evolved to where he could play a hell of a game off the ball. You know what I'm saying? But like Steph,
Hmm.
if he don't have the ball in his hand, like there's no point in having him on the court. You know what I'm saying? So with the way our team is
That's
built,
crazy. Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like with the way our team is built, I kind of feel like that would be damaging to bring somebody like that on. You know what I mean?
So I saw the statistic that said Steph Curry runs like, and I don't even know the exact number, but an insane number of miles on the field, like more than any other player, because he's moving
Yeah.
so much off the ball.
Mm,
So, that was a little eye opening for me. But
yeah.
having that shot, a 3-point threat that you could depend on, I feel
Yeah.
like that's taking us over the edge. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Yeah.
man, my battery's dying. Damn.
Oh man, nah, man, I agree. But the thing is, he's moving so much with the ball, without the ball, to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not moving because he's
True.
setting screens, picking and rolling, playing defense, and trying to set other guys up. He's just trying to
Get the
roll
ball.
to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to so. And like I say, he's a definite talent. But I just think that the way the team is designed, like with AD, the way that they play off ball, cools. You know what I'm saying? Like it just. I don't think it would work too well. I mean, if he does come, if he does come, I know they'll find a way and it'll be, amazing. But I just think that would be it's kind of like one of those James Harden, Westbrook deals. Where it's like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
That blew up. That whole
Um,
Rockets team blew up. That was crazy. I didn't see that one coming at all.
yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if they can get
Harden, man.
like Chris Paul. You know what I mean? As a nice two
A
guard or
vet.
one guard, that would be nice. Somebody who, who's a passing guard. You know what I mean?
A passing
That's
guard.
what that's really what it's about. Like passing guard, but he can still clutch up and take that shot. Like that'd be cool. You know what I mean?
I feel like Rondo did well last year, but Rondo doesn't have a reliable shot.
Yeah,
But I
he's
feel
never
like he
out
did
of.
well distributing the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I mean, that's been his strength his whole career. Is
Hmm.
ball distributing. And, I was kind of surprised when he came because the Lakers have never really traded or have never really signed a career Celtic ever in the history. Like the two organizations, like we
Ever.
really hate each other. Like it's only been like
Oh shit.
one. It's only been like one, and it escapes me what player it was, but we like so that was like mind boggling. But yeah, he served his purpose, but yeah, his shot has always been horrible.
Always,
So
always. So as far as football too, so my squad is the Giants.
I figured it'd be the Giants.
Yeah, Giants. I take a deep sigh because it's been a long road since we last even seen like some good playoff material.
Mm,
But I feel hopeful with this new quarterback Daniel Jones. I feel hopeful with him. He looked good this past
yeah,
year. Of course, Saquon looks good. Um, I think we
yeah.
need a
I was mad
good
my
deep
Niners didn't
threat
get a.
wide receiver.
I was mad my Niners didn't get Saquon when they had the chance. I think you guys' only real success has been against us, the Niners, and then the Patriots in the
Patriots
playoffs.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
Patriots for sure.
took them down
Uh,
twice,
Only
and then
team to do it.
we gave y'all one in the NFC Championship. Pissed
hmm
me off.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, but it's
But
all
yeah,
good, man. It's all good. So
I feel like
that's
we
what's
need
up.
we need a good, strong, deep threat. If we could get somebody like a Julio Jones type talent, we could do some things. Our defense kind of suspect too, so yeah, yeah, we got some rebuilding to do. It's been a long time since we had like solid defense, but it's crazy if you think about the defenses we've had in the past. Like we had JPP, we had
Yeah,
Michael Strahan, like we had some beastly defensive players.
yeah,
But as of lately, our defense hasn't been our strong point. And you already
yeah,
know defenses win games.
yeah, for sure. Shit, you might as well come on home to the Dodgers then, man. You know what I'm saying? Since you lacking on your baseball. Dodgers used to be in New
Yeah,
York. We used to be in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
the Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah, I
Come
know
on,
that. I know that.
come on
Yeah,
home
I
to.
just never really been into baseball, man. It's just never really been my thing.
I wasn't either until I started playing it, and then after that, that was it's kind of crazy because you see like as a fan or as a person as a spectator watching baseball is kind of boring until
hmm
I started to play, and then you see, and I started to play, and I started to listen to the game, and you just see everything that's really going on, all the stuff that's really taking place that you don't see as a casual fan. So it's kind of crazy. Like it's so much stuff that's going on, and it just looks boring. It feels boring, but once you start seeing everything that's going on, the shifts, the defensive plays, the way the balls, the way that certain players are being pitched to, everything, it changes the way you view the whole game. So that was
The
eye opening.
intricacies of the game.
Yeah, man. You see why they get paid so much money. you know, baseball players, man. Aside from the fact
One
that
of
it's
the
100,
highest paid sports.
definitely the highest. Aside from the fact that it's 162 games in the season, so
Yeah. That's the other part about baseball that like kills me. I mean, even basketball season is pretty long. Like I really don't dive into basketball season until after All-Star weekend because that's
mm,
usually after Super Bowl. So,
yeah,
you know, I can't do all that multiple focusing on a different team. So, football season I focus on football. As soon as that gets
yeah.
done, All-Star game for basketball, I watch that. And then soccer. Soccer is kind of like 9 months out of the year, so I kind of follow that too.
So which soccer do you watch? Which league do you watch?
English Premier League, Manchester United. That's the squad, man. You
Man, you.
is
Oh,
there?
you a cheater, bro. Everybody got to be a Man U fan all of a sudden, bro. That's crazy.
Nah. Everybody hate us, man. It's usually like Liverpool. Liverpool is the
Yeah,
big draw for a lot of people.
I don't have a Premier League team. Uh, like I kind of more subscribe to the MLS, the Galaxy,
hmm
our
Galaxy,
football club,
of course, Galaxy.
are the are the football club LA now. You know what I mean? That's one of my new squads, so kind of
Dope,
rock with
dope.
them. But
Yes. Funny fact: my best
mm,
friend's nephew is the goalie for the Philadelphia squad.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I low key support them too, but of course I ride with Atlanta. This is probably the only Atlanta team that I will go on record supporting is the Atlanta United soccer team.
Oh, is that the name of their soccer team? Atlanta United.
Yeah, Atlanta
I thought that was.
United. Yeah.
I thought that was the airport, that big ass airport.
What is that? Hartsfield Jackson.
Oh shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the only
Okay.
Atlanta team I'll ever go on record to support. That's them. Period.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up, bro. But man, so why don't you go ahead and drop your social medias so people know where to find you, and also too, I'm
For
gonna put a
sure.
link to your Spotify in the description of the video.
For sure. For sure. You already know it's Mylow Miles on everything. MYLOWMILES on everything. Just check me out. Hit me up.
Mylow Miles across the board. Hey, you on Twitter?
Yeah, man. I'm on Twitter. You
Oh, you gotta, you
search
gotta,
for it.
you gotta, you gotta follow my Twitter, bro.
I got you.
I
I
just made
got you.
one like a little while ago.
I'm
But
not really super active on Twitter right now. I'm kind of feeling it out. Same thing with Clubhouse. I'm feeling them both out. I'm not like super active on any of them right now, but I'm on there.
hey, I had downloaded the Clubhouse. I think I don't even know, bro. That's some young people shit. But I downloaded it. I couldn't quite figure it out. I was like, forget it, because I was trying to see like when it was when all the rappers was pressing DJ Academics
Hmm.
about having responsibility with his platform, and like all that whole little issue. So I was trying to let me see if I could tap in and see how these dudes are all just linking up at once without like how's this all going on? But I never figured it out. So I just like said, fuck it. I just deleted it.
It's an interesting platform, man. Like, it just basically gives people voices. So you
Yeah,
can get in different rooms about different topics, and it'd be hundreds of people, or it could be like a couple people. But
yeah,
yeah, so I follow a couple of rooms about marketing, of course, uh, stock trading. I do a little bit of
yeah,
that too, so I follow that too, and of course, like music, new music. So
yeah, for sure.
three rooms I'm in.
I'm about to tap in and check it out. Watch a video on how to do it or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to a couple good ones.
All right, for sure. But yeah, man, it's your boy Jay with Road King TV. I am joined by my boy Mylow Miles, up and coming artist. He's a amazing individual and socially responsible. So y'all go and support him. Y'all watch this video, tap back, hit the description. I'm gonna put the link to his socials and also to his music. So go ahead and support him. Also, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit that thumbs up for the video. Like, we appreciate all the support. It's all
Hit that
love.
thumbs up. Hit that
Yes,
thumbs up.
sir.
Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you bringing me on the platform one more time, bro. You already know,
Man, for
man.
sure. For sure, always, man. You are the first interview, so we always gonna keep it popping. We're gonna keep an open line of communication, and it's always an open door. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you.
Bless, bless.
All right, y'all have a good night, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, thumbs up, share it to your YouTube, Twitter, all that, embed it. You know what I'm saying? It's going down in the record books. Let's get it.
Peace.